Hi, in this video tutorial we're going to be exploring the CHIRP2BT remote, which is MindSpark's Android app for managing and downloading operating profiles for our CHIRP2BT programmable audio generators, namely the FM AER and AER models. I've downloaded the app to a 7-inch Samsung Tab 4 tablet, which is running Android 5.0, but it'll work on pretty much any device running 4.0 or later. It's constrained to running in landscape mode only, so don't try to get it into portrait because that just won't work. Anyway, let's get started. You start the app by tapping the icon on the application screen like this. This opens up the main screen. You can see the CHIRP2BT remote title at the top, the version number under that, and if MindSpark ever needs to update this app, then it'll come down to you automatically from the Google Play Store, just like usual Android apps do. This is also the best screen from which to actually exit the application if that becomes necessary at any time. You do that by hitting the back key here on the device. Asks you for confirmation, and then you're back to the application screen. So let's go back in. On the main screen, you can see two different modes of operation. One is the manager mode right here, and the other is the connect to CHIRP2BT mode, this button. Manager mode allows you to create operating settings for a CHIRP2BT and then save them as individual profiles. These profiles can later be edited or deleted, and you can also link any profiles with individual units. Finally, you can assign any CHIRP2BT unit a common name, and then you can go in there later and edit it if you want. Connected mode, the other button, searches all of the CHIRP2BT units that are turned on and within Bluetooth range, which is about a 30-foot maximum. And it lets you connect to any one of them. Once connected, you can download paired profiles, and this actually happens automatically after any profile is paired with an individual CHIRP2BT. It also provides some immediate remote control functions. So let's explore manager mode a little more closely. Tapping the button, we enter that, and you can see immediately that at the very top you have three tabs: Control tab, Profile, and Unit Info. There are also, I should call out, a couple of other icons up here. One is the Edit icon and a little trash barrel here. So those are kind of self-explanatory. When you see something on the screen in either Profile or in Unit Info, you can try the Edit and Trash, and in some cases they have a function, and others they're disabled. You can go back and forth between the three tabs by either touching the tab directly, like so, and as you can see there's no info on the screen because we don't really have anything selected yet, or you can just swipe left to right or right to left, and you can maneuver in that direction. Now, the two main buttons on the screen are the Select the CHIRP2BT unit and Select a profile. These two buttons actually are independent of each other. You can select a profile, just a profile from the list with no 2BT, or you can just select a CHIRP2BT. But if you select only a unit, if it happens to be paired already with a profile, you're going to see that show up automatically from the profile list. Before demonstrating anything, let me state that the app comes preloaded with sample test profiles for FM AER and for AER units. We've added a few more profiles as well, and we've already registered one FM AER and one AER unit. Adding a new unit is automatically prompted when you try to connect via Bluetooth to one that isn't registered yet. And I'm going to cover that in a separate video so that we don't have to spend time on it here. So right now let's select one of the pre-installed units by tapping the button. As you can see, we have an AER number 1 and an FM AER number 1 already in the system. So let's touch the FM AER number 1 right here. You can see here that it's already pre-linked with the test profile, and the fact that it's linked already is denoted with the green stripe, the green line in the middle. If they were not connected, and we could actually show you that right now. If I select a different profile, let's say the FM AER test number 10, you can see that in that case the two are not linked. And also at this point you're able to go back and show the current pairing with this button, or you can link this new pairing to the unit by touching the other button. And let's just try that. Let's try linking this pairing. You get a prompt that asks you if you really want to do this, and if you were to link, then the next time you connect to the unit it's going to automatically download the new profile. So if I say yes here, as you can see, it's linked already. Let's go back to the one that we had before. Test profile. Link it. Yes. All right. So now that we're linked, let's take a look at the various tabs. Profile, you can see all of the parameters here shown. In this case, we might try to edit something. If I do that, if I touch the edit button, we get a notice that the FMAAR test profile can't be edited, and that's because we want to keep something in there that people can't change, so you have a reference point to go back to and actually have a profile that will make the FMAAR do a predictable thing. So that is not modifiable. You can also not trash this. It can't be deleted because it is the test profile. Let's slide over to the unit info. Here you have information on the FMAER number 1 unit that we selected. One of the interesting things here is that the last calibration date is shown, and this is a way that you can actually go in there and see when the last time was that it was sent back to MindSpark for a calibration. And that's up to you how often you want to do it. We would recommend that it be done maybe once every year. So various kinds of parameters here, and I won't go into what all of those are, but the actual calibration data is also in here, and that's uploaded automatically from the board that's in the FMAER. The information that is the calibration information that pertains to the unit and the board that is inside the unit automatically gets uploaded and updates the data here that you see in front of you. All right. So let's go back to the control info. Let me show you how we can actually change some information. Okay, so let's select let's select this one. Okay. Bring it up on the screen by sliding over to Profile. At this point, we might want to change the name of this. The way that you can do that is to hit the Edit, go in, let's change the name, and just write in 3 X's, just to do something. At that point, you can save anything or any other changes that you happen to have made, pushing the check mark. Are you sure you want to save the edit? Save. And then if we look back on the list, you can see that the XXX is there. Okay. I'm going to go back now, and I'm going to change it. Return it back to what it was. And that is pretty much it as pertains to the manager section of the app. If you wanted to leave this screen and go back to the main screen, you hit the arrow here at the top left, and there we go. Now that we're done doing Manager, let's go right to the other mode, which is the Connect to CHIRP2BT. We'll click on that. You see the little notification pop up in this case, which says turning on Bluetooth, because Bluetooth was not turned on our Samsung device. So let's do it again now that Bluetooth is indeed in place, as you can see from the icon up at the top. Let's touch it again. And I should say that at this point you have to turn on the device that you want it to connect to. Make sure that the power is on. So I'm doing that right now. Touch the button. Searching for CHIRP2BT. Found one. And it'll take a little while here for it to search for all the other ones that may be on at the same time, which is unlikely, but it's part of the routine. There we are. So it found a unit in the vicinity, an AER unit, which is identified as shown, and it asks you to choose one of the units, of course this one. It's uploading general info, and so in this procedure it had actually identified the AER that had been turned on and connected, uploaded that information. It knows what it's connected to. So at this point you could go and go explore the other tabs if you wanted to. Profile, unit info. So you can see that the profile is the one that the AER is currently paired with, and in our case that's the test profile. And you can go through and you can explore everything if you wanted to and see what you had. You'll notice that there are no edit symbols up at the top like there were on Manager. So up at the very top there aren't the edit and trash barrel symbols anymore. That's because those are disabled for the actual connection mode. If we swipe once again, we can go over to unit info. That'll show the information of the unit that's currently connected. And you'll see also that there is an additional tab called Utilities in this case. Utilities give you a few things that you can do here to test out the unit that you're actually connected to. The output cal tones, for example, is one of the utilities. Display firmware parameters, and download linked profile is the most important one here. As you can see from the instructions, it says that it downloads the currently linked profile to the connected CHIRP2BT. So this is where if you had to manually download any profile that you had just linked via Manager, you could do it here, or you could do it a second time after the automatic download has been done. The automatic download is going to happen as soon as you connect to a newly linked device, linked device and profile. So you shouldn't have to worry about it. But if you should have to, you can always come to this utility and reload the profile in case something had happened in the original download. So then let's just go back to the actual control screen. As you can see here, there are some actual remote control options here for the device that you're connected to. In this case, the AER, you can create a single bleep tone by pushing the top button, and you can start and stop the signal with the other two. So that's all there really is to this app, to get out of it, once again, you can hit this button up at the top left. Do you want to return to the startup? Yes, in this case. And if I wanted to exit this program entirely, then just push the button here at the top right on the Samsung, and we're out. And that's it to this tutorial. Thanks for listening.